Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very special episode of Best English Club. My name is Sophia. We are so happy you've chosen to spend your time with us today, because today we are talking about something that is at the very heart of progress in both English and in life.
Hello, Sophia. Hello to our incredible community. I'm Adam, and I feel the energy today because this topic is not just about English words. It's about the small, secret engine that powers our success, our daily habits.
Exactly. We all know it's important to practice every day. But what does that really mean? How do we do it? Today, we are going to have a deep and honest conversation about how to talk about, build, and maintain the daily habits that create the life and the English skills you want.
This is the conversation I wish I had when I was learning new skills. It's not just a list of verbs. It's a mindset.
So, before we dive into this powerful topic, we want to thank you for being here. Your presence and your energy make this club what it is. If you believe in the power of daily growth, please take a second to subscribe, like this video, and share it. You might change someone's day.
Yes, thank you for being a part of this journey. Okay, Sophia, habits. Let's start with a simple but important question. What is the difference between a routine and a habit? They sound similar.
That's a fantastic starting point. A routine is a sequence of actions you do. For example, my morning routine is to wake up, brush my teeth, and make coffee. It's a schedule, but a habit is an action that you do automatically, often without thinking. It's a behavior that is wired into your brain.
Ah, I see. So brushing my teeth is a habit for me. I don't think about it, I just do it. But planning my day is part of my routine. Because I have to consciously think about it, the goal is to turn positive routines into automatic habits.
You explained that perfectly, and the language we use to talk about them is also slightly different. For a routine, you might say, I usually follow my morning routine. But for a habit, you might say, I have a habit of reading before bed.
I have a habit of. That's a great phrase. So let's talk about building good habits. This is where most people struggle. They have big goals like, I want to be fluent in English, but they don't know where to start.
This is where the philosophy of atomic habits comes in. It's the idea that small, tiny changes, when done consistently, lead to remarkable results. You don't need to study for 3 hours a day. You just need to start with something so small, it's almost impossible to say no to.
So small you can't say no. I love that. So instead of saying, my new habit is to study English, which feels huge and scary, what's a smaller, atomic version?
An atomic habit could be, my new habit is to learn one new English word every day. Just one. Or, I will listen to 1 minute of an English podcast every morning while my coffee brews. It's so small that your brain doesn't fight it.
That makes so much sense. It's not about motivation. It's about making the action easy. So, in English, I could say, I'm trying to build a habit of learning one new word a day. Or, I'm starting a new habit of listening to a 1-minute podcast.
Those are perfect phrases. They show your intention. And the key word here is consistency. Doing something small every single day is more powerful than doing something big once a week. So you can say, I'm trying to be consistent with my English practice.
Be consistent with. I like that. It sounds very disciplined. So let's say I start this tiny habit. I learn one new word every day. How do I make sure I don't forget? How do I make it stick?
Another great question. This is about habit stacking. It means you connect your new, desired habit to an existing habit that you already do automatically. You stack it on top.
Can you give me an example?
Of course. Let's say you already have a strong habit of drinking a cup of coffee every morning. You don't think about it. You just do it. So you can say, after I pour my morning coffee, I will learn my one new English word.
Ah, the existing habit, making coffee, becomes the trigger for the new habit, learning a word. It's like a reminder that's already built into your day. So I could say, I've stacked my new reading habit on top of my breakfast routine.
Exactly. You can use phrases like that to describe your strategy. Or, I always link my English practice to my morning coffee. This creates a powerful connection in your brain. Soon, the moment you smell coffee, your brain will think, it's time for my English word.
This is life-changing advice, not just for English, but for anything. Okay, so we've started small, we've been consistent, and we've stacked our habit. But what about bad habits? We all have them. How do we talk about breaking them?
This is a sensitive topic, and it's important to be kind to ourselves. We all have habits we'd like to change. For example, a common one for language learners is using a translator app too much.
Oh, that's a big one. It feels helpful in the moment, but it stops your brain from actually trying to think and remember. So, how would I describe my goal to stop this?
You can use phrases that show a gradual process. For example, I'm trying to cut back on using my translator app. To cut back on means to reduce. It's not about stopping completely and suddenly, which is often unrealistic.
Cut back on. That's a great, gentle phrase. Or maybe I have a habit of watching TV in English, but always with subtitles in my own language. I could say, I'm trying to wean myself off my native language subtitles.
Wean myself off is a fantastic advanced phrase. It means to slowly remove something you've become dependent on. It shows a very thoughtful approach. Another useful phrase is simply, I'm trying to break the habit of translating in my head, which is a habit many of us have.
These phrases are so useful because they describe the process, not just a perfect result. It makes the conversation more honest. It's okay to be a work in progress. What if I have a habit that's not about learning, but about my lifestyle? Like I drink too much soda.
You could say, I'm trying to give up soda. Or, I've decided to quit drinking soda. Give up and quit are strong verbs that show a clear decision to stop completely.
So, cut back on is for reducing and give up or quit is for stopping. That's a very clear distinction. This is so helpful. But, Sophia, let's be honest. Sometimes we fail. We start a new habit, we are consistent for a week, and then life happens. We miss a day, then another. How do we talk about that feeling?
This is the most important part of the conversation, Adam, because this is where most people give up. A key is to understand the never miss twice rule. It's okay to miss one day. You are human, but never miss 2 days in a row.
Never miss twice. So, if I miss my English practice on Tuesday, I must make sure I do it on Wednesday, even if it's just for 1 minute. The goal is not to be perfect, but to get back on track quickly.
Precisely. And you can talk about this experience in English. You could say, I fell off the wagon with my reading habit last week, but I'm getting back on track today. To fall off the wagon is a wonderful idiom that means you stopped doing something good you were trying to do.
It fell off the wagon? I love that. It's so visual. It admits the failure, but also shows the intention to start again. What's another way to say it?
You could say, I lost my momentum for a few days, but I'm determined to pick it up again. Momentum. is the force that keeps you going. Losing it is normal. The important part is the determination to pick it up again.
This is so much more than just a language lesson. This is a life lesson. It's about resilience. So when we talk about our habits, we can be honest about our struggles. It makes us more human and relatable.
Absolutely. You could even say, my biggest challenge is staying consistent when I'm tired. Sharing your challenges is a great way to connect with people. They might even share their own tips with you.
That's a beautiful thought. So our conversations about habits can be a way to support each other. Okay, let's imagine we are having a conversation. I want to ask you about your habits, Sophia. What's a good, natural way to start?
A great way to start is with a general, open question. You could ask, are there any daily habits that are really important to you? Or, do you have any habits you're trying to build at the moment?
Those are great conversation starters. Okay, let me try. So, Sophia, are there any daily habits that are really important to you for your well-being?
That's a wonderful question, Adam. Yes, one of my non-negotiable habits is my morning walk. I make it a point to walk for 30 minutes every morning, no matter the weather. It clears my head and sets a positive tone for the day.
I make it a point to... That's a strong phrase. It means you make a special effort to do it. That's inspiring. And what about a habit you're trying to build?
A habit I'm working on is to drink more water. I'm trying to get into the habit of carrying a water bottle with me everywhere I go. I'm not always consistent, but I'm getting better.
Get into the habit of... I like that. It shows it's a process. Well, for me, a habit I'm proud of is that I've stuck with my meditation practice for over a year now. It wasn't easy at first, but now it's a core part of my day.
Stuck with. That's a fantastic way to phrase it. It implies you continued even when it was difficult. That's amazing, Adam. Congratulations on that consistency.
Thank you, Sophia. And a habit I'm trying to break? I'm trying to cut back on checking my phone right before I go to sleep. It affects my sleep quality, so I'm trying to read a book instead.
That's a very common and difficult habit to change. But using a phrase like, cut back on, shows you're being realistic. That's the right approach. Look at that. We just had a meaningful conversation about our habits, our goals, and our challenges.
We did. And we used so many of the phrases we discussed. It felt so natural and honest. This is the kind of conversation that builds real connections.
I completely agree. It's about sharing our journey, not just our achievements. So, let's do a final recap of the key ideas and phrases for our listeners.
Perfect. So, when talking about habits, remember the philosophy. Start small, be consistent, and be kind to yourself. It's about progress, not perfection.
To talk about starting a new habit, you can say, I'm trying to build a habit of, I'm starting a new habit of, I'm trying to get into the habit of.
To talk about maintaining a habit, you can say, I'm trying to be consistent with, or I make it a point to. I've stuck with my practice for...
To talk about breaking a bad habit, you can use, I'm trying to cut back on it. To break the habit of, I've decided to give up, quit, to stop completely.
And if you struggle, be honest. You can say, I fell off the wagon with my habit. I lost my momentum, but I'm getting back on track. My biggest challenge is staying consistent.
This is such a powerful toolkit for having deep, meaningful conversations in English. This goes way beyond just listing your daily activities. This is talking about your life, your growth, your journey.
It truly is. I feel so motivated right now. I hope our listeners do too. This was a longer episode, but I think it was one of our most important ones.
I think so too. And now, as always, it is your turn to take a small atomic step. It's time for you to practice.
Yes, we would love for you to go to the comment section and share with us and the whole Best English Club community. The question is, what is one small habit you are proud of?
It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you've been consistent with drinking a glass of water in the morning. Maybe you've stuck with your 1-minute English lesson. Whatever it is, celebrate it and share it with us.
We will read every single comment. Your stories inspire us, and they inspire other learners. Let's create a community of growth together. And of course, if this lesson resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and share. Your support helps us continue our mission.
Thank you for your time, your energy, and your commitment to your own growth. You are doing amazing work. We will see you in the next lesson.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep building those small habits.
Bye, Adam. Bye, everyone.